Hi guys, Deluded again. A bit of a different video now. I know I always get onto officials of clubs, CEOs of clubs, players of clubs, managers of clubs. Sorry, but I haven't talked about fans. Us fans, we're bad, man. We can be equally as I think we can be very bad, especially for footballers, and especially in regards to potential or reaching potential. Like we can be guilty of unrealistic expectations, always wanting more, and it's just downright unfair. All right, let's get into it. Obviously, especially wonder kids, when we have footballers, we want them to evolve. We want them to constantly get better and better and better. But we don't realize how unrealistic the expectations we're placing on players, especially in this day and age where everybody's a wonder kid. Everybody who does any sort of great performance for their club, everybody's all over them. People claim geniuses, claim to know about them and things like that. Like the best example is that 13-year-old, or we might even be 14 now, the Dembele that plays for Celtic, not the forward, the younger one, that's been at a tug of war between Scotland, Cote d'Ivoire, and England, of course. Now, there's experts going around saying they've watched him play. He's a genius. He's a footballing wonder kid. He's gonna do this. He's gonna do that. When all they've seen online is a 13-second clip of him. Do you see how dangerous it is in this day and age to put unrealistic expectations on footballers? Footballers, I believe to a degree, footballers they can't win nowadays because I mean there's always something they could have done or there's always some sort of critic. Look at Lionel Messi, the greatest ever player to have played the game for me, the best ever. If he doesn't win the World Cup, which is quite silly, but if he doesn't, there's still going to be some critics out there saying he's not the best. Wayne Rooney, by no means am I saying he's on the same bracket as Lionel Messi, but he's been around from a teenager. His body's peaked early. He's been around several different United sides and somehow stayed relevant and stayed a main player for many of years. Won everything there is to win. Yet there's still people, myself to a degree, I don't really believe it to a degree, that still believe he could have done more or reached a different level. Do you see how dangerous that is? A player like Wayne Rooney. Some even say it on Ronaldo. Ronaldo's case is the best example. Ronaldo went from a wonder kid. If Ronaldo didn't improve and didn't have the drive and things like that, he would have stayed being this wonder kid. He probably would have had a decent career. Don't know how long he would have been at United. He would have had a decent career. But no, he wanted to be better. He wanted to push himself, and now that's where he is. And we need to remember that cases like that, where a wonder kid, even you could even say Rooney and Cesc Fabregas to an example, where a wonder kid actually gets anywhere near their full potential. I mean, you've got Nani, was called the next Ronaldo, etc. Unrealistic expectations. Is he a bad player? He's had a decent career. I think he's a good player, but some would still hold that against him. Theo Walcott, I believe to a degree he's always meant to have been this player, always like this. If you go and watch his younger clips, this is how the guy has always been. But with wearing the 14 and wanting to be a striker and things like that, you see where I'm going. Ross Barkley, he probably will improve, but he's in that bracket. Mario Götze, wonder kid. Like maybe this is just as good as he's ever gonna get. Nasri, I believe Nasri could have been a real. He was world class at one point, but he could have been a real household name in football if he had a bit more application. Has he had a bad career? He's been a good player. I'm putting unrealistic expectations on him. Balotelli, I believe we all know he's got attitude problems and things like that, and to a degree that's held back his application. I believe he had the tools to be one of the best forwards in the world. Like, do you get where I'm going with that? Sometimes we need to be fair, people, and we really need to be fair. Like I said, it's rare that footballers reach great heights. We need to stop thinking the likes of Ronaldo, etc., people that reach their potential are is the normality, because they're in fact very rare in football. Very rare. 9 times out of 10, it's the footballers you don't want. Even look at guys like Phil Jones, extreme example. I know, decent at Blackburn. Ronaldo, not Ronaldo. Ferguson said he could be the most important player in United's history. Does he look like he's going to be anywhere near that? No, but does that mean he's been a bad player for United? Of course not, by any means. Like, fans, we can be very dangerous. We can be very dangerous. We need to remember that not equaling your potential doesn't mean you're not a good player. Of course, some players are not reaching their potential, not applying themselves and things like that. But we need to be very careful. Again, in this day and age where everybody's a wonder kid, everybody's going to go off and play for Barcelona and take selfies with Messi and things like that. We really need to be careful. Some players just become whatever they are. That doesn't mean they're not even good players. I'm a big person. I always say in my videos, competence over everything. We need to be smarter as fans. Like, again, there's nothing wrong with expectations, people, in conclusion. But like I said, with the likes of Theo, Barkley, Götze, Balotelli, etc., etc. There's numerous examples. Nani, Nasri, I think I've already said it. Numerous examples. We need to temper our expectations, and we really need to just let players develop and see where it goes. Of course, it's not going to change. We all like to see the wonder kids. We all like to see people develop. We all want our players to be the best in the world and become the best in the world. But we really do need to calm it down sometimes, because again, in conclusion, people, they are the rarities. They are the rarities. Cristiano Ronaldo, the best example, again, extreme example I know, of a wonder kid who applied himself. There's lesser examples. There's many wonder kids that have been around. Wayne Rooney, I've already said him. Like, there's numerous players. But in conclusion, people, fans, we can be dangerous with our expectations on players, also on clubs, but this is a video about players. Do you agree with me? Get in the comments. Do you disagree with me? I'd like to hear your points of view. If you don't agree with me, get in the comments. Subscribe, share it. Thank you very much, people. The Laguna signing out. Thank you for watching as always.